Hey, this is Eddie Rocks, and you're watching Sweet Daddy's Monster Jam. Today we're taking a closer look at Will Griffiths. Now, Will Griffiths is one of the three people that helps make Sweet Daddy's Monster Jam, along with Charlie Smith and myself. Will Griffiths is integral to making this show possible. And today we're going to look at his own music. We're going to take a look into where he plays and what makes him tick, and a little bit about the band he plays in. He's got some wonderful original music that is kind of his solo project outside of his band, and we're going to listen to some of that as well. Well, let's go right away to someplace downtown and meet Will Griffiths. All right, here we are with Will Griffiths, a musician that's been in Savannah for some time. He's been playing around a lot of the local haunts here in downtown Savannah, and been playing with Tot Skosker for many years. Will, welcome to the show.
Thank you. How you doing,
to the
Ed?
show. I'm excellent. Thank
Good.
you. So, Will, you were actually part of this show too.
I am actually part of this show, so this makes it a little easier.
It does make it a little easier, and we're having all kinds of great things coming down the pipe very soon that you're going to be a big part of. So I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
Just to get started here, it has been a pleasure to play with you over the years, and I have been away for a while, and I know you've been doing a lot while I've been gone. But why don't you tell us about how you get started playing the piano? Were you very young when you started playing music?
I started playing when I was about 7 years old. So when I started playing the piano, I was living in New York, and my dad always wanted to play the piano, so he insisted that I learn how to play the piano, and my mother went through a lot, dragging me through the snow to the lessons to learn how to play the piano. So it's kind of important that I play the piano.
Okay, so you started learning piano in New York.
In New York.
And then you moved down here at what age?
Moved down here when I was 14.
14 years old. And you lived in the Thunderbolt area? Or?
Lived in Thunderbolt.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
So when did you finally meet up with Steve and Brian and all the guys that you formed Ojna? Were you in that initial formation?
I was in the initial formation. Actually, Steve had met David Baldwin, and they had formed a practice up there, and I knew David Baldwin, and he had heard me play the piano, so he drugged me up there. And then there was another bass player named Mike Crawford, fantastic bass player, great guy. And so the three of us were the three, and Steve had the people with his band, and that's how it became Ojna.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So then Ojna lasted for like how many years? You went through the 80s, or was that
1979 to 82?
And that's when the band kind of became Tot Skosker?
It broke up for a while, and then we looked for something to do, and I'm trying to remember what we did after that. It stayed Ojna for quite a while. No, we found some other members. No, it stayed Ojna. The first time it broke up, we had some other people, and then we had some other people join us, and we had Brian Paul play guitar for us, and he was about 15 years old back then. He was actually, yeah, we're not 15 anymore.
Not 15 anymore.
Not 15
so
anymore.
Was it Ojna or Tot Skosker that won the Bandemonium thing? Because they had that battle of the bands.
Well, Ojna won like 8 or 9 band battles to start with, and we won the first band battle we won after we'd only been together 2 weeks. It was out of the fair, so it was pretty impressive. And so that went on for about, I think it might have been 2 or 3 years, and we were sounding really good. And then anyway, with some technical difficulties came around, some members left, and then we had some other people join us. We went through several drummers, and then actually Glenn Smith, that is drumming for us now in Tot Skosker, was one of the people that was drumming back then with Ojna. And we recorded a CD with Glenn that's really, really good. That,
awesome.
Of course, nobody's heard, but we have it.
Awesome. Well, that's the thing with bands. I guess the major holdup is just going through members as you shift. Drummers come and go, bass players come and go, guitar players come and go.
Yeah, it's a 6-piece band, so
they
come
but
and
it
go.
Seems that the keyboard player stuck around.
I stuck around.
That's awesome. So now you're doing a lot more solo stuff, and I tell you, it sounds wonderful, very unique, like things we haven't really heard before. I had the pleasure of working on some of it with you, doing some lyrics and singing along on some of the tracks. But when did you really start writing your own music?
Well, I know this is going to sound funny, but I really started at about 7 years old or 8 years old. I remember writing my first song called Chinese Lanterns for whatever reason. I was inspired by a film I'd watched, Mozart. And so I ran downstairs. The piano was in the basement, and then I wrote that song. And I wrote down on paper and everything else. And That was actually the first song I ever wrote.
No, that's cool because when you said 7 years old, that's the first thing I thought was Mozart because he started so young.
There you go.
And of course, was writing symphonies all through his teens and everything.
And so then after that, I ran into, I practiced, and my dad made me practice. And I met Craig Nodlinger. And Craig Nodlinger is actually who got me started on the main push of playing music.
So now you read music.
I can read music, yes. Not as good as I'd like to, but yes, I can read music.
Do you actually write it down, or you're just memorize and then record the tracks?
I just memorize and record it.
All right, well, let's take a short pause here and just listen to some of the music that is on the CD that you're turning out now. Of course, it sounds really good. You know, I like the music. Are you going to make a music video?
Yeah, definitely would like to make a music video.
Yeah.
And actually, you're going to help me make a music video, so it's going to work out just fine.
We need to make a music video of some of this stuff.
There you go.
And get some of the imagery behind it because it's beautiful music. What kind of style is that? It's kind of it's like nothing I've really heard. I mean, somewhat.
It's kind of like it's almost like a new wave piano, but it's a little chunkier than just new wave piano.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's kind of it's awesome.
It's just got some different twist to it.
Yeah, well, I really like it. So in the future, now you're planning to write some more, or is this going to be like you're going to? I know you're working with the band. Are you writing music with the band still, or?
Well, the band is we're getting ready to play out. So Toxic Oscar's getting ready to play out, and we haven't really got to the writing stage. We're getting ready to play out first, then we're starting to write some stuff, and I'm going to start writing some more stuff. Yes, I'm trying to push the CD out.
So more solo stuff, more stuff with the band.
Yep.
But I know you. When's the last time Toxic Oscar turned out a new song? Because that's been a while. Hasn't it?
It's been a while.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while. We've got tons that nobody's ever heard, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, I was on a couple of those. I'm like,
yeah.
We have to make some music videos of those too.
Yeah. And you're on 4 or 5 of mine.
Awesome.
That'll be on the CD that's coming out.
Well, I hope to be in the video.
And the name of the CD is called Opening Windows.
Opening Windows. So can they buy that yet, or?
Nope, not yet. Very soon.
Okay, awesome. Can you hear more of that online?
As soon as you put it on there, yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, I'll put some online.
Because Opening Windows is the title track because it's my favorite track off the whole CD.
Sweet. So we will get some songs up online, and I will share those links on the Facebook page. Well, I'd like to thank Will for doing the interview today. Will, it's always a pleasure to learn more about what's going on in Savannah, and you are definitely what's going on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
it.
All right, thanks, Will. That was a great job. Great job.
Thank you very much.
Will is going to be doing some interviews of his own coming up very soon. We've got the Accomplices and some other great groups coming down the pipe, and we will be speaking to them very soon. So look forward to that. And Will, you did a lot of practice in WGs when you owned WGs, correct?
Yeah, that's where the piano was.
Yeah, awesome. So look for Will playing piano at some of the links I'm going to put up on the page. He practiced a lot there at WGs, and he shared some of that video to YouTube. And I'm going to share the links here on Sweet Daddy's Monster Jam. So look for Will's videos on the page. You can like the page at Sweet Daddy's Monster Jam at Sweet Rocks, or you can go to my YouTube, which is the Eddie Rocks channel. I almost forgot the name of my own YouTube there. But go to the Eddie Rocks channel and subscribe. And until next time, when we will kick the bobo.